How's it going, guys? Cody, guys, back again, dropping out another video. Right, guys, I'm going to do a vlog on a prisoner that I actually used to serve time with. We was both on the cleaners together at Forest Bank. He's called Christopher Partington. His nickname's Wippy. I got on really, really well with him and stuff. Great interest in music. Used to listen to all the like Manchester tunes, Stone Roses, Happy Mondays, Oasis and stuff. Suffered immeasurably with his mental health, but he's a very, very good lad. I bought a watch off him, and then when I was leaving, I gave him the watch back free of charge so he could make some money off it. Thought I was going to keep it, but he sold it. But yeah, like I said, we got on very, very well. He was a self-harmer as well, which was sad to see, and suffered immeasurably with his mental health. And prison magnifies mental health issues massively. I'm going to read the story, guys, and then we'll go from there. So this is a story in the Manchester Evening News, link in the description below like I always do. This man had terrorist books and videos of beheadings and torture on his phone. Now he's been locked up. Christopher Partington from Salford, who also told officials he couldn't wait for the Queen to be dead. An IRA sympathist who said he couldn't wait for the Queen to be dead had videos of beheadings and torture on his mobile phone. Christopher Partington from Salford has now been jailed for 3 years and 2 months at Manchester Crown Court. Partington denied having terrorist motivations, but a judge said there was an abundance of evidence. After being arrested, specialist bomb disposal officers searched the home of 33-year-old Partington, who at the time was suffering a significant mental disorder, the sentencing judge said. The army unit did not find explosives, but officers seized the defendant's mobile phone and found a number of documents banned under the Terrorism Act. The books and manuscripts contain information about explosives, weapons, unarmed combat, poisons, and booby traps. There's also videos of beheadings and torture described in court as gruesome and grotesque. Other images recovered included a poem by IRA hunger strike Bobby Sands and a girl in an IRA-style balaclava, which prosecutors said demonstrated support for the IRA. Police said in an interview Partington denied being a terrorist and claimed he came across the documents by accident. GMP, which is Greater Manchester Police, also said Partington claimed to be reading them because he was bored. The court heard that when speaking to the probation service, Partington expressed his hatred for the British government and the Crown, and he could not wait for the Queen to be dead. Then there shows a picture of 2 shotgun cartridges which were found in his caravan. Defending, Michael Johnson said Partington suffers from mental health problems and at the time was having an episode of crisis and distress. Addressing Partington, who appeared via video link from HMP Ewell in Worcestershire, Judge David Stockdale said, "You had expressed to the probation service your support for the IRA, your apparent hatred of the British government and the Crown. I find there is an abundance of evidence that you had terrorist motivations. I am satisfied that you didn't intend immediate physical harm to anyone. You were committing these offences at a time of significant domestic and emotional upheaval. You were suffering from significant mental health disorder." Partington of Wildbrook Road, Little Hulton, pleaded guilty to 6 offences relating to the possession of a document or a record likely to be useful to a person committing or preparing an act of terrorism. He also pleaded guilty to possession of ammunition. 2 shotgun cartridges were found in his caravan. An early conviction meant he could not lawfully have such items for 5 years after his release from prison. After the hearing, Detective Superintendent Will Chatterton of the Counter-Terrorism Policing for the North West said, "While trying to convince us that he was not involved in terrorism of any kind, it just happened that these documents appeared on his phone through no fault of his own. The case against him was building stronger and stronger as we rifled through thousands of pages of extremist manuals." Professing himself as a run-of-the-mill Salford man, Partington is a prime example of that we are committed to targeting anyone who could pose a risk to the safety of our country in whatever form of extremism they are involved in. Jenny Hopkins, head of the Crown Prosecution Service Special Crime and Counter-Terrorism Division, said, "Christopher Partington claimed to be someone with an interest in IRA history, who became across these terrorist manuals by accident and was curious about their contents. Under the law, that is not reasonable excuse, and he pleaded guilty. This case is a warning to those who download material from the internet that may be useful to terrorists. They could be breaking the law by just having it, and being sentence imposed on Christopher Partington shows this." And that's the end of the story, guys. Now, do you know what? Like I said, I've been in prison with Wippy, and like I say, we got on really, really good. He's a great kid. he has got significant mental health issues. He's a serious self-harmer. He was in prison due to a bad relationship that he was involved in. He's got Irish links, he's got Irish connections, and he is pro-IRA. That's 1,000,000%. When we used to be in his cell, above his door in his pad, was it Forest Bank together on H1, which is the induction wing. He'd make an Irish flag and stuff. He's got kids as well. Being in prison will damage his mental health even further, which is sad. He used to make, when I left, he was making a gypsy wagon, a little traveller wagon from matchsticks and glue. Wasn't the most patient of people, Wippy, but when it came to his sanding down of his matchstick things that he used to make and stuff, very, very like chilled out, very like laid back. Could snap in an instant. Like I said, he was very like for the IRA and stuff. He's an Irish sympathiser and he's a Republican sympathiser as well. But as a person, he's a great, great guy. And like I say, being in prison is going to have a significant effect on his mental health further, and he's going to make him hate the system and the government worse for his treatment whilst he's in prison. It's sad to see, man. I believe that he was sent to with terrorist sort of charges, right? Even though he's from Salford, he didn't go to Manchester Crown. He went to the Old Bailey, I believe. From the Old Bailey, I think he was sent to Belmarsh, down there and stuff like that. Like I say, he's on the back of on his back. He's always single celled off because he's racially high, which means he's got racial tensions and stuff towards Muslims. He also has 2 Nazi stormtroopers tattooed on his back. But like I say, you've got to take people as you find them. And we both worked together on the cleaners and stuff. If he was getting his head down or he'd gone on a visit and stuff, I used to take over his cleaning duties and stuff. He used to work on the laundry and stuff. And you've only got one person on the laundry. So if he was off the wing or if he was getting his head down for a few hours, I'd just jump on, stick a wash tablet in, put the washes on, take them back to the pad. Because you've got all the bags on top of the washer and the dryer and stuff. Like got these items, like the laundry in prison. Like you put your like bag of like clothes in. You might have a little wash sack, or you might have just a plastic bag. You put an A4 piece of paper in. Your name, you sell, how many items are in there, and if you don't want an item drying because it might shrink, for example, you put right, don't dry, wash everything, dry everything, but the, I don't know, Armani t-shirt or something. So yeah, I used to fill in for him in that. Got on very well with him. On my last night in prison, we had a drink. We had a drink together and stuff like that, hooch, at the Wippy. Yeah, and we got absolutely steaming. And he's a great, great guy. And I'm sad to see that he's been locked up for 3 years and 2 months. It's terrorist manuals and stuff like that, guys. So you can't really say that it's not warranted. But seeing how his mental health is going to decrease further, he's not good. Really, really nice kid. Lives for his dad and everything. I think his mum tragically passed away. God bless him. May she rest in peace. He's got children and stuff. And he's just a nice guy with mental health issues, and I wish him all the best for the future and stuff. Might even drop him a script, and even might go down and visit him or send him a postload or something. Keep his spirits up. Not much more to say on that, guys. Going to leave it there. Like, comment, subscribe. Cody out.